I think the best way to describe Geno is try hard, desperate, and full of false energy and false bravado. He's a very insecure guy. I think he's pushing 60.
Yes, he is on the older end.
Yeah, he's an older guy, but he acts like a 20-year-old.
Like he's still got game.
Imagine a Keemstar, but with no charm and completely douchey. Imagine a charmless Keemstar. So Geno Bisconte is a comic who, for some reason, Anthony keeps him on his payroll. I don't know why. Pat Dixon, who we've had on this channel before, punched him in the face for being an absolute cunt. Guys like Geno are these guys who talk shit. Then when someone goes up to them and goes, "What the fuck did you say?" He goes, "What? I don't have a problem with you. I think you're great." Geno has this weird thing where when he talks shit about someone and they come right directly up in front of him, he goes, I think you're really talented. I think you're very good at what you do. He says that he's like Jake Hudson.
You took it the wrong way.
You took it the wrong way. He is, I hate to use white lady terms, but the biggest gaslighting chunk of shit I've ever seen. And a total coward. So he gets punched in the face by Pat Dixon. And then on his show yesterday, somebody tweeted at him that he started nothing but all these fights with different people in the last year. And he starts going through the list of people and explains why they started it, and he just finishes it. His own staff in the booth was going, come on, Geno, you started that one. You said this about him. And he goes, what? No, absolutely not. And then he goes, let's move on to the next one. I'm 1-0. There we go. Like, he does that. Yeah.
Come on.
So he's very insecure. That whole 1-0 thing, or Daddy finishes it, I don't start it. That's insecurity, and it's oozing out of him. Well, Kevin Brennan, another stand-up comedian who owns a comedy club with Bob Levy from the Howard Stern Show, the Reverend Bob, they booked Geno to perform there. And Geno and his buddies apparently bombed. They did not have a good set. And Kevin and Bob were not going to go on their show, Misery Loves Company, and trash the show because they don't want to tell people, oh, yeah, the comics we book at our club are fucking terrible.
Nope.
But Geno and his guys go cackling on Anthony's network on their show and start talking about how the crowd was fucking terrible and the club isn't run right and this, that, and the other thing.
Can't do that.
So Kevin and Bob rip the living shit out of Geno. And Geno does that Chad Zumock thing. He's got a lot of Chad Zumock energy in him where he goes like, where he shits on someone and then goes, I love them. I think they're great. I think they do a wonderful job.
But.
And like overly energetic. And he kind of has that Tony Michaels thing, too, where he never takes an L, even when it's very clear. Like, his own staff is going, Geno, come on. You got the shit beat out of you on that one. He goes, nope, I absolutely didn't. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. And then after he's done ranting frantically, he'll go, all right, so I'm 2-0. All right, what's next?
It's always that the other party does not understand.
Well, then Bob Levy came onto Geno's show and just completely alphaed him. Just came onto Geno's show and went, Geno, no, I heard what you said. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. This will help you guys kind of catch up with this whole thing we're about to show. On Anthony's show yesterday, the shit hit the fan because Kevin Brennan comes in on Thursdays, and Geno thought it would be a good idea if he stuck around after his show to wait for Kevin Brennan to get there.
Yep.
Newsflash, it was not a good idea, and it did not go well. Let me show you first Bob Levy. On Geno Bisconte's show. Bob came in there basically to confront Geno on the bullshit. Let's fast forward to where Bob comes in. Here we go. He's got Frankie McDonald on, which is unbelievably hack. But
is it
corned beef hash?
Yes. I heard corned beef hash a long time ago.
No. I didn't even mean to be there. Like, this is good stuff we're doing. No, you ever heard of, like, what is a shit on a shingle?
So Bob's going to come in right now.
Okay.
No.
Are we talking?
What did I say?
So now, Geno's been talking shit about him and Kevin nonstop for the past 3 or 4 days at this point. Bob comes in because Bob's old school and goes, let's do this. And you hear how nervous Geno is right away when he goes, oh, we're talking?
Even his face, he looks really nervous.
That is a nervous man. That's not Mr. Alpha who was in there before talking about how Daddy finishes.
He's sitting here like, oh, shit, he's really going to come sit here right now?
He's worried. He's having Pat Dixon flashbacks. Like, am I going to get punched in the face again?
to you that night? What did I say to you that night that you were there?
What did you say to me?
I didn't say a fucking word to you.
What are you talking about?
At night.
What are you talking about? I don't. You want to see a passive-aggressive bitch dude? Watch this argument. There is a clear alpha here and a clear bitch in this argument.
You guys come on the air the next day,
yes,
and you start saying, "Oh, the crowd sucks." That fucking I fucked up the audience.
I did not say you
said
up
Bobby, and Bobby was like, "Yeah, fucking
Bobby,
pussy joke."
I apologize. This is what I thought happened, and I fucking always yield to you. Okay.
Oh, listen to the backing down right away. This guy has been shitting on that club all week. And now because the guy is right in front of him, I don't know how you keep a show after getting humiliated like this.
No.
I don't know what Geno has on Anthony Cumia, but Ant, you're a legend. If this comes across your transom, as you say, and you see this, you're better than Geno Bisconte. You could have any show you want on your network with funny comedians who are struggling on Patreon but have a really good thing going. You could offer them more money than anyone. You could have somebody better than Geno who actually draws you an audience.
I wonder sometimes if it's just because he likes to say the N-word. Maybe it's just really simple.
Or like he'll go drink with him at Sullivan's after his show. I don't know.
It might just be that simple.
But Anthony, this guy has first of all, he had no credibility when Aaron Berg left because he said, "You're a drunk and a racist and I can't work with you. You're killing my career." Then Pat Dixon punched him in the face. He had no credibility after that. Now, Anthony, he's getting alphaed by old school comedians on his own show. It's time to get rid of this guy. And then we'll get to the Kevin Brennan thing later. It's just time to move on from Geno.
Okay, I give you nothing but credit for where I am. I thought we were just fucking around with the crowd.
You fucking around with me, telling me I don't know how to do a show.
Said
you guys said it on that fucking. You said it that morning. I listened to the show.
What did I say?
This is a little boy who thought he was talking shit behind the grown-ups' back, and the grown-ups have called him out on it, and he's ever backing down.
It is super sad. He has no spine.
Geno is a jellyfish. Geno the jellyfish. In this corner, standing about 2 feet tall after Bob Levy's done with him, Geno the jellyfish Bisconte.
Said Bobby, did he not fucking say that? Of course Bobby's going to agree with anything you fucking say.
Then I apologize, because all I thought I said was the crowd was tight, I did one joke, and we were joking around with the comedians about it.
Everybody said it. The whole night you were on stage going, "Oh, this audience is tight. Oh my God, you don't guys get it."
Which, by the way, is the hackiest thing you can do as a comedian, is bomb and then blame the audience.
That is super hacky. They don't understand my art.
Did they laugh? Did they laugh at anyone else that night? Because if they laughed at nobody, then you could say, okay, maybe they don't speak English.
Maybe. Poor Tom McDonald's just sitting here as a third wheel, by the way.
Not Tom McDonald.
Or, excuse me.
Frankie McDonald.
Yeah, excuse me.
Tom McDonald.
Excuse me.
You don't get it, but you don't have to explain it to the audience if they're tight. They give what they give that night. They give what they give.
I thought they all had a great time.
But nobody said anything. That's why I didn't say anything. Do you get that part?
I don't understand.
Nobody complained. Why am I going to go running around going, "Oh my God, it was fucking horrible"? You came.
Geno's one of these people who doesn't understand that everybody talks to you like this. Everybody you have problems with ends up yelling at you because you're too fucking stupid to get it.
Yep.
And you never see that you're the common denominator. Garrett was in the booth trying to explain to him, "Geno, if you're the common denominator in all these beefs, maybe it might be a you problem." Then, as Geno's going, "Nope, Daddy's 3-0. Nope, I never lose. Nope, I'm the better one." Bob comes in, sits down like his daddy, takes out his belt and goes, "Time for your spanking." And when he does that, when it's time to alpha up, Daddy, Geno goes, "What? I had no idea. I have so much respect for you. I like you so much." I mean, it's a bitch move. It's a chick move.
Geno strikes me as a guy who looks at himself in his mirror at home and says, "You're a winner."
And just sees something completely different than what he sees.
He's trying to convince himself.
He's shallow Hal, but only for himself.
Yes.
Came on the air the next day saying how I fucked it up.
I never said. I know whatever I implied. I'm sorry, but I know I would never say Bob Levy fucked it up.
Somebody
Dude, this is brutal. just watching a man just be emasculated like this is fucking brutal.
I would never say that.
You just basically said it on the air. It's on tape. It's on tape how I fucked it up because I did a fingering joke.
I love how Bob's like, Geno, how are you trying to back out of this ass whooping? You said it. It's on tape. I heard it.
Did you just hear Bob? Oh, what? I fucked up because I did a fingering joke?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's
You guys
Bob.
are fucking the badass.
And I'm not calling you
badass.
out, but you said
Geno
that.
said
I'm not calling you out, but he's pointing to one of his underlings. And that performed with him that night. Bob is alphaing Geno right now, and he's catching him being a piece of shit. And he goes, no, Bob, it was that guy. Wow, I'd love to have a friend like Geno Bisconte who's going to sell me down the river because he's scared of Bob Levy. And that's what this is, Geno. You're afraid of Bob. You got caught. He alphaed you. Bob's old school. He doesn't trade barbs on a podcast.
I enjoy Bob very much.
Yeah, Bob doesn't trade barbs on a podcast.
Yeah.
Bob sits right down in front of you and goes, what the fuck is your problem?
who was the one crowd or comedian that gave it to the crowd, and he was looking for me to say Geno, and I
Gave
said
it to the crowd.
Yeah, like actually came out swinging and
This
did.
guy just looks like a fucking pussy.
He looks like he hasn't slept in 3 months.
Oh, this guy just hey, buddy, do me hey, Garrett, do me a favor. Cut that guy's mic and help him out. Because he should just walk out of the room right now. I don't know who this guy is, but this guy's in over his head.
A homeless maybe that wandered in?
This is like
he doesn't look well.
If Bob Levy's a dragon right now, yeah, he's got Geno in his claws, but this guy speaks up, Bob just breathes fire on him, and this guy disintegrates. This guy's nothing.
He's collateral
Did a great
damage.
job, is what he said. And I said, Bob Levy. He
Yeah.
came and hit him with that fingering joke to the 17-year-old. Geno said, do you think that threw him off? I said, no. Do you think he just thinks of that stuff every time, like a joke? It wasn't an insult at you at all. It was the opposite.
Tell him, Bobby. Tell him, Bobby. And he goes, of
Yeah,
course.
Geno said, do you think that threw the crowd off? Geno, we're not stupid. That's an implication.
Right, that's saying that Bob fucked it all up for you.
You're implying that Bob threw the crowd off. You just didn't have the balls to state it as your opinion.
You went like, yeah, Bobby went up and did that. I went up and did it.
Bobby, are you all okay?
I was giving you a compliment, Bob. If it came across any other way, I
It
apologize.
totally came across a different way
So
because
he's just
it was
echoing
said a
Geno.
different way. It was said a different way because I seen you outside and I said to you, I go, you were fucking going, well,
Between this, the Miserable Men show, and the Uncle Rico show, could Bob Levy's stock be any higher right now?
I don't think so.
Jesus,
He's doing pretty
Bob's
well
on
for
fire.
however old he is.
Oh.
I go, don't worry. I go, you just don't acknowledge that they're tough because then they go, oh, this guy maybe isn't funny. He's telling us,
Right.
And that's good. That's good
You
advice.
always told me that.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was coming across. Like, I knew all the people there. Like, maybe, watch this. Maybe I felt too at home because I was in Vineline, knew a lot of the people, and I was just bullshitting around. But I would never disrespect you or your club. And if I did, like, this is the one thing I said, and this you can take offense to. I'm like, maybe I was fucking around with my buddy Bob the comedian, and I have to realize you're also Bob the booker, and I was shitting.
This is a classic shitbag move. Is you plead guilty to a lesser charge, hoping Bob will drop the big one.
No, Bob already thinks you're shit.
So there, I think you guys got an adequate taste of Geno Bisconte there in that clip to set up this next one. By the way, subscribe to Compound Media. Crazy shit going on over there.
This stuff gets wild. I texted Aaron and I'm like, you have to watch this.
Yeah, this is, does this shit happen at the Steel Toe comedy shows? No. Flex says, maybe, just maybe, Geno's fucking stupid. Well, I'll tell you this about Geno. Those little ticks that you saw, the little ticks of like what he does when he's confronted, is he does it to everybody. I mean, it's every fight he's in. But then Geno also does this other thing, and you watch Bob get frustrated by it. You come in and you go, I'm going to fucking bury this little prick who thinks he's somebody. I'm going to set him straight. And then that guy goes, what? Why are you so angry? Why are you so upset? It's every girlfriend you've ever been mad at because she pulls the same enraging bullshit where she starts some shit, you do the alpha shit, and then she tries to back it off and go, well, you're crazy because you're being mad right now. It's like, no, bitch, nobody in the world who saw this would say it's going the way you're saying it's going. You're just trying to escape an ass whooping right now. That's all it is. And that's what Geno's doing.
Yes.
He's trying to avoid an ass whooping. He's scarred from Pat Dixon punching him in the face. He doesn't want to get punched in the face anymore. That's what this boils down to.
His strategy is backpedaling.
So, Kevin Brennan owns half of that club with Bob Levy. He runs it with him. Kevin is notorious for shitting on people. But Kevin is the kind of guy who likes to shit on people and then sit right next to them and talk to them about why he thinks they're terrible. Anthony has been shit on by Kevin Brennan more times than I can count. And Anthony has him on as a regular on Thursdays because he knows Kevin's hilarious when he does it.
Right.
Geno Bisconte gets mad at Kevin Brennan because Geno had a shitty set, and he gives out Kevin Brennan's phone number on his show.
We don't do that.
And you know what Kevin Brennan asked? Kevin Brennan said, could you have Garrett remove that? Could you have Garrett take my phone number out of the show on demand? And Geno goes, I can't ask Garrett to do that. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of power. I can't tell Garrett or E-Rock to take something out.
Oh, you can't?
So now watch what happens. Notice, okay, so remember that part in the Geno Kevin Brennan thing, and then watch what finally sets Kevin off. And this Geno, I tell you, Ant, you got to get rid of this guy. He's a fucking cancer. Let's watch the Kevin Brennan, Geno Bisconte altercation, and watch how scared little boy Geno is when Kevin walks in the room.
Okay, you do understand there's no...
Did I get
this is after. There's another clip that's about 5 minutes long where Kevin walks in to do his weekly set on Cumia, and Geno he's leaving the studio, but he won't cross paths with Kevin. He's standing there as Kevin's yelling at him, calling a piece of shit and a gay F word and this and that.
Lots of gay F words.
And Geno won't walk right past Kevin. He walks way around and goes out that way. Geno is a bitch.
Way Kevin giving out Calta's number should have had any bearing on you.
And I'm gonna.
What is the music playing?
Yeah, I wish we could stop the music. That's going to get us popped.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're playing it.
Maybe.
Let me go further ahead just for a second.
It's like someone.
Oh, they're zooming in on people's faces as the fight's going. That's very.
Sure.
Do you want me to do my other link that I had?
You
for
could
this?
do that, or just go to Unique's channel. He did it too.
No. I have a much better link that I had for this particular story.
Yeah, because that music's absolutely getting us
That
popped.
music's gonna get us popped. Here we go. Here's the full thing of Kevin Brennan.
Do is we'll get this douchebag.
It's already Kevin with this douchebag. Let's put this up now. Here we go.
Is he sick or something?
Hey, here he is.
I'm leaving so you can do the
I'm
show.
not doing. That's the name of today's show. I'm not doing a show of Geno's
It
here.
is. All right, I'm leaving, buddy. I was
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking coward.
Holy shit! You want to dance?
By the way, Anthony is funny in this because Anthony despises confrontation.
Yeah.
So it's just jokes the entire time from Anthony.
He's trying to deal with it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get the fuck out of your fucking coward.
Get the fuck out of here, you
No,
fuck-
just look. I said.
You want me to break your other fucking jaw, you fucking...
You only got one. There's two.
Anthony. Guys, the bleeping I'm doing is trying to bleep out all the gay F words that Kevin Brennan uses for Geno.
There's a lot.
You only got one. There's two sides to it, but it's considered one single jaw.
So you're gonna throw away your life to take a swing at me.
Throw away my...
Yeah, see, oh, Geno is such a coward. You're going to throw away your life to take a swing at me. That's Geno. Talk everybody up to the point where they want to beat the fuck out of you and then take a bitch's way out of going, you're going to throw away your life to hit me?
Kevin would be a hero to some if he hit you. That's the funny
You
part.
go on Twitter, everyone wants Kevin Brennan to hit
Yeah,
Geno.
I don't think he's throwing his life away.
Yeah.
What?
Throw away your life. Why do you take a swing at someone on
Get the
TV
fuck
when you
out
have
of
a
here,
life?
Look at Bob.
fucking
He's smiling.
faggot.
Oh God! Now I've seen a few of those out on the sidewalk.
No,
Gino, I'm going. Do your thing. Do your thing.
See, look, as soon as Kevin leaves that part, then Geno walks away. He won't dare walk past Kevin Brennan.
Oh, no.
And Kevin's not a tough guy.
No, Kevin's just fucking...
Kevin's not a tough guy. He's just
mad.
really angry,
He's
and
pissed.
Geno's a bitch.
Yes. He's an easy target.
That whole rile people up and then go, what? What did I do? Geno thinks that's him being like a master troll. Dude, everybody sees that. Like I said, he's got shallow Hal in reverse. He sees himself way different than the rest of the world does. Geno, the rest of the world watches you do that, and they go, oh, gross, this guy's a fucking bitch. He's a coward.
Yep.
This guy's getting destroyed. Like, Geno's the guy who keeps getting his teeth bashed in a fight. Well, sometimes literally. But then just keeps... He's the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Got it.
His arms are getting cut off. His legs are getting cut off. And he's like, oh, come fight me, you coward. And he's like, what are you going to do, bleed on me?
Oh shit!
You're a man.
This place. Take a seat, Kevin Brennan. You know I love having you here.
Yeah, I'm always a
Thursday.
I'm always a breath of fresh air. By the way, guys, I am riding this mute button right now because Kevin Brennan goes with a lot of gay F words in this
Just so
one.
many.
All right. You're going to sit in the same seat that piece of shit Geno is sitting in? You're just stirring stuff up. I don't know. Look at Geno. No, Geno, it's cool.
Stop like a fucking cat.
Oh, we'll go out. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Sit over here.
Beavis.
Get out of here.
No one's hitting anyone. You're better.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, God. Does he not understand that makes people want to hit you in the face more?
He has a very hittable face.
Oh.
In
You're
defense
not
of
hitting
Kevin.
anyone. You're better than that. Ugh. God, could this guy be a bigger bitch? Again, he thinks this is like somehow being the bigger man or taking the high road.
I know, it's not.
Geno, we heard what you've had to say before. You gave out the guy's phone number on your show. That is a punch in the face worthy offense. Be the guy who gives out people's numbers. Be the guy who goes after people and shits on them and everything else. But then don't try to then play it as you're the victim or you're somehow the bigger man. Be a piece of shit, take the punch in the face, and that's your gimmick. Be Morton Downey Jr., be Howard Stern, be Dice, be whatever you're trying to be. But don't then be a fucking pussy about it when someone confronts you to your face. Because the real Geno Bisconte is the guy that Bob Levy pulled his pants down and gave him a spanking live on his own show.
I like Bob a lot right now.
Yeah.
Get out of here. But
No
you're
one's
not.
hitting anyone. You're better than
human
that.
fucking garbage.
No, okay, that's fine. But you don't hit human.
Do you have him on payroll on just a payroll reduction?
What does that mean?
Aaron Berg, payroll cut. Pat Dixon, payroll cut.
Yeah.
You hire a toxic douche like
How am I
this.
toxic?
And everybody.
How am I toxic? Everybody hates you. You're polarizing.
I'm worried. He's not even polarizing.
They
Polarizing
all
means
go to one side.
Yeah, polarizing means there's some people over here and there's some people over here.
It's
With
him
Geno,
versus everyone.
Yeah, here's Geno. Here's everybody else.
I know.
How am I polarizing? Do you think he believes it, or do you think this is just him doing what he thinks is funny?
No, I think he knows he's toxic,
Okay.
and I think he's just trying to not own that part of him.
Yeah.
Toxic douche like
How am I
this.
toxic?
And everybody quits or gets fired.
Hey, I didn't give him a raise.
You quit.
Fucking Anthony is so good in this.
You quit.
Don't think I took that money and gave it to anybody but myself.
That's what I'm saying. It's genius.
It's genius.
Instead of going, we're going to have to make some cuts, you hire a douche,
Yeah.
you get him extra drunk for a couple of months, everybody quits, and then you guys are off the hook. You can't fire Aaron Burke. He has to
he
quit on
hates
his
it.
own.
He's got me. My goodness, he's figured out my scam.
He has to quit on.
One thing you have to like about Anthony is he never takes it personally.
No, you know he hates all of this right now, but he is having fun with it.
He never takes it personally. He is the anti-Opie in every way, shape, and form.
And that's why Opie hates him.
Right. He's the anti-Opie. Anthony lets it all roll off his back. You know what Anthony realizes? If you trust the internet, I got $5 to $10 million in the fucking bank. I'm in my 60s. That money's going to last me. It's probably working for me right now. My money's probably working for me. I'm probably pulling in a little bit from this compound media thing, giving me an income every year.
Sure.
I got more money than I need. This is fun. I want to come in. I want to have fun. And you're seeing the big difference between professionals and Geno Bisconte here because Kevin is riled up, fired up, pissed off, but he's still funny.
It's true.
Bob is riled up, pissed off, still funny. Anthony hates that all this shit is going on around him, still funny. Geno, you're better than that. You're not going to throw your life away to hit me. How am I toxic? You can always tell the pros from the hacks because the hack forgets how to be funny when the chips are down or never knew how in the first place.
On his own merits. If you fire Aaron Burke, it looks bad for you, right? If you fire Pat Dixon, it looks bad for you.
I wasn't good. No,
No, but I'm saying
I
like
did fire
Geno.
Pat Dixon.
Yeah.
I know, but you kind of had to.
I had to.
Right, he broke Geno's jaw. Like, you can't not fire him after that. That is one thing that I busted Anthony's balls for a little bit that I take back. You do have to fire a guy because he punches somebody that works for you. Like, you can't have workplace violence like that.
Yeah, but I kind of look at the other guy as well and wonder if that guy also has to go because why are you inciting somebody to punch you at the workplace?
The right move would have been to get rid of Geno and get rid of Pat
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's what I
Two
said.
birds, one stone. Absolutely.
Oh, but I'm saying because of him.
But I wouldn't have fired. I didn't want to fire Aaron.
I know, because he quit because Geno's a douchebag. So
I know that some people don't
Kevin
like
doesn't
Kevin
care.
because he's a little too much. I always have liked Kevin Brennan because he just rants about anyone and everyone, and he can be friends with them the next day or he can hate them for the next 8 years.
I think he's the right kind of too much, though.
Yeah.
Like a too much I don't like is that pancakes guy.
Salvo Pen.
I don't like that.
guys in your genius, either E-Rock or you,
Well,
or Bobo,
all right,
realize.
we all know that E-Rock can't.
No, what you realize is like we can't get rid of Aaron Berg. So what we'll do is we'll get this douchebag so pissed off that he's like, I can't.
Oh, and then look at Geno. He's going, keep him going. Geno, you fucking bitch. And look, Garrett's laughing. Everyone's having a good time with Kevin right now. You can tell which side Garrett's on. He hates this fucking guy.
Yeah, but Geno can sit behind a window.
I'm sorry, I
and
haven't
just
been
him.
back with Compound long enough to know who this guy is, but he's laughing. Like, they all hate Geno. They all would like to see him go. They don't know what's making Anthony keep him here. And Geno's trying to do the you're a bigger person, you're better than that. But then when he's behind the glass goes, keep him going, keep him going.
I wonder if it's not that Geno, if Ant ever were to confront him, if he just kind of
Backs
does the
down.
backpedaling,
Yeah.
backstepping, and
Yeah,
kisses-
boss.
kisses
Absolutely,
his ass.
boss. Absolutely, boss. I'm sorry, boss.
I'll be better next time.
Ant admitted either in another show or in this clip, he'll admit he did have to have a talking to with Geno about the phone number thing.
And I think he groveled.
Yeah, for sure. Geno can't lose this gig. He'll be homeless. He can't lose it.
And then Ant will feel bad about that too.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't be around him anymore.
You're Alex Jones with your conspiracy. You're going to owe $1 billion.
I don't mind. I don't have that much. I have less than Alex
Neither does
Jones.
Alex
I have
Jones.
less than Alex Jones.
Wow. Okay, so it's almost like we said before. We were talking about this before. Being right.
What's that?
Don't get mad at him for being right.
So now you're like,
I checked.
Oh, I think Anthony's starting to get it. I think Anthony's starting to realize. I think we're seeing the last days of Geno Bisconte because Anthony's going to alienate everybody. And it's not his fault. They all love Anthony, but they don't want to come around because of fucking Geno.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, back when the Pat Dixon thing happened, like, Geno needed to go because he does he alienates everyone too. Nobody wants to be in the room with him. Pretty soon people are going to be leaving Compound Media to not be with this guy.
Let's get rid of Geno.
You don't want to be associated.
Let's have Gavin and Anthony merge their companies, and let's do that. And then
Sounds better than this.
they'll pick an afternoon show, or maybe Gavin can do mornings, Anthony will do afternoons. They can find a midday show, and then once a week they do a show together.
Sure.
Gavin and Anthony, you can get rid of Geno.
Numbers,
sent
and
me a
he was
text, I'll
rounding
give it out
up.
20
But my
times.
point is,
He's
you
a
don't get to
faggot.
act like I'm the
Avis.
idiot. I'm like,
No.
well then let's give out your number if you're
Avis.
shitting on my show.
You gave out the number.
Without a
So, I mean, you can clearly see whose side Anthony's on here, but he's trying to play peacemaker.
I feel like Anthony should be saying you can't be giving out people's personal phone numbers. Like, that should be an offense too that you go for.
Anthony is going through what Kevin and Bob have to go through with Geno every time, and that is this fucking baby will never admit that he did anything to be seen as an asshole. And Anthony's like, dude, you gave out his fucking number. All bets are off. Anthony's saying what I was just saying a second ago. You can't be surprised that people want to fucking beat the shit out of you when you do shit worthy of an ass whooping.
But he's done plenty.
You can't do that, Geno. And he does it every time, and that's why these people get extra mad at him, because it's like, take your ass whooping like a man, you little bitch.
Right, you get more upset because, like, why can't you just own it one time? Why
Yeah.
can't you just admit that you were a piece of shit one time?
Geno does not have the balls to own what he is, because it would cost him too much. He wants to play edgy. He wants to play edgy comic. He wants to play the role. But then when it's time to actually put some money in the middle of the table, he won't fucking do it.
Ironically, it's going to cost him more because nobody likes him or respects him.
None.
doubt.
But you're incapable of actually going, perhaps that wasn't the right thing.
I apologized to you last
To
night
me.
repeatedly.
Yes, because
Yeah, see, just like you said, you nailed it. He groveled to Anthony. Anthony said, you can't fucking do that. And Anthony made the point that I made. You never admit you're wrong. You're a child. I mean, he's a child. He's a 14-year-old. He never grew up.
That's true.
We're watching a very insecure, damaged boy
He
right
seems
now.
like somebody who probably got away with everything as a kid, and now
Yeah.
he thinks that carries on into your professional life.
Probably a single mom. probably let him get away with murder, and spoiled little boy Geno. This is, you're watching a very insecure, damaged little boy get a talking to by 3 grown men. And the little boy just will not understand what the 3 grown men are trying to tell him.
I know.
Aaron Berg tried to tell him, dude, you're going down, and you're going down hard.
Props
and
to
he
Aaron
wouldn't listen
Berg
to
for leaving.
And Aaron Berg's doing great. He's touring the country now. He's working with Louis J. Gomez and the Skanks. He's doing awesome.
You don't want me putting in a
And
situation where I have to deal with bullshit.
I believe if you're one of the, how many, Kevin, 7 people that watch In Hot Water, I showed a text thread where I apologized to him 4 times in the thread.
Did he apologize?
Okay, you gave out his phone number publicly, you little cunt, and then you apologized to him privately? Hey, douche fuck, that's not how it works. You give out the number publicly. First of all, you tell Garrett to scratch that part of the show out, and then you apologize to him publicly. But little boy Geno can't do that. He might be seen as somehow admitting fault then. This is an insecure little boy.
I'll go a step further than that. You shouldn't have put the number out there.
No,
you know damn well if somebody had put Geno's number out there, he is bitching and whining and calling for somebody's job.
What's he going to do? Have a battle of wits with Kevin Brennan and Bob Levy? We saw how that worked out.
It's as bad as doxing. You don't put somebody's personal information out.
He has nothing else. He's a little boy who was getting his bottom spanked, and he got desperate, and he can't control himself. That's what it is. That's why he got punched in the face by Pat Dixon.
He's the guy.
Pat told him not to do something. He did it, and he got punched in the face, and then went, "What? I don't understand. I need to take 2 weeks off because my mouth hurts."
It's true. He goes for the throat because he doesn't know how to have an actual conversation with somebody.
Right. Geno Bisconte gives off serious Chad Zumock vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Geno Bisconte and Chad Zumock should do a show together, not on Compound.
To you personally.
No.
All right.
Would you like to
my
see
number?
the thread?
No. Huh?
Garrett, do you have the thread? Would you like to go to the...
Okay, so now this is what set Kevin off. Is that now he wants Garrett to pull up some kind of like social media thread, which is not an apology. He wants Garrett to pull up a thread. Well, Kevin flips out now and says, you can have him pull up a thread, but you can't have him pull that fucking phone number. And this is where
it's the truth, yeah.
This is where Geno's being such a child, where you lose your cool and you go, now I just have to hit you.
I know. And Geno's sitting here behind the window too, like sitting and posturing and getting, like it would be the motion of getting in somebody's face.
Geno is this is a perfect expose of Geno. He's a tough guy behind the window.
Where there's like a safety bubble around him.
Watch what happens when there ain't no window anymore.
Would you like to go to the tape?
Now you're telling Garrett what to do, but you can't tell him to take out my number, you fucking fat. I didn't think it was a problem.
Oh boy.
Look at Anthony.
Look at Bob. Look at Anthony.
Bob's so happy right now.
Bob is like, oh shit, Kevin's gonna kill him.
I feel like Bob is looking down at Kevin like, that's my boy.
But Kevin is just doing the thing that all of us would do with someone else in this situation. They're like, I fucking tried to explain this to you, you goddamn infant. Now I'm gonna give you a spanking.
Right. He started with a request. Take that part off the show.
Yeah.
Take my number down. It's simple, right? And then he yelled a few times after the polite one, and now it's time to get physical.
Anthony, love him, hilarious. You're going to watch in this. He still doesn't stop being funny. But he helped create this by keeping and enabling this piece of shit drunk Geno.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no fighting.
Bob.
Shut the door. Close all airtight doors.
Look at Geno.
Look
at him.
No.
Look at you. Look at this fucking bitch. Look at this coward. It's time to pay the piper for the way you've been talking, Geno, and we're going to close the door and lock it. It's time to pay the piper, you little bitch. Oh, I'm going to close the door. This is such a great explanation of who Geno Bisconte is in a nutshell.
And then if he got that door shut, he'd sit back there like puffing on his peacock feathers like, well, what are you going to do, hit another human?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you, an animal?
Geno is the most hittable kid on the playground.
Ugh.
Close all airtight doors.
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Bob.
Holy shit.
What is
Oh,
he doing?
my God.
What is he? Fuck you.
See, he did the exact motion I said he'd do.
Oh.
What? What are you going to do?
I love how much Garrett's enjoying this, by the way. I'm having so
Are
much
you ever
fun.
nervous if you're those two that you're going to get like collaterally
Well,
hit
you
over?
can see their shoulders are a little hunched up. They're a little nervous. But
That guy's
ultimately,
tense over here.
I think Garrett's seen this enough where he's like, I don't think anything's going to happen.
Well, and if he gets hit, he's probably getting like a bonus or something to make
But
up
Geno,
for it.
this is Geno. Talk someone into hitting you and then go, whoa, after it's safe. Then go, whoa, I did.
I haven't seen any updated news today, but I kind of feel that after this is going to be the downfall of Geno.
Well, there's no
I
Anthony
do.
show today. He's Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
So we won't hear
Right.
anything about that.
I kind of think this is the downslope for Geno now. I think things are going to be over for him.
You would hope.
This is insane.
Do you not want us to show the thread where I apologize to you
Fuck
4
up.
times?
How about that? Fuck this. Fuck this.
No. Come on, Kevin.
I enjoy Geno. Geno's got all the answers. He always does.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin's right. It's never his fault. He's got all the answers.
Anthony does need to kind of step it up now and fire Geno.
Yeah,
though.
you gotta get rid of
I
him.
feel like I do feel bad for Kevin here because I've been in a position where I have gone to my boss about something before and said like, this can't stand anymore. This has to change, and they don't listen. They're like, oh, come on.
This
and they
like,
call you after.
Listen, this is one of those things where Anthony, you keep running off more talented people to protect Geno. Aaron Berg, Pat Dixon. Now, what if it's Kevin Brennan and Bob Levy? You can't afford to be losing all of these really funny people for a shitbag that maybe a couple hundred people listen to.
They'll go create their own network, and this is not going to be good.
Oh, Kevin. No. It's oh my God. He's like a black woman in a Wawa.
That is good.
You got, look, we need to reform some of you like Red Bar people who got brainwashed against Anthony Cumia, because it happened to me. I had to work myself out of it. Anthony's a hero of mine, huge influence. We got to work some of the Red Bar people on our show out of this Anthony sucks thing. Red Bar has never done anything as funny under pressure as Anthony just did right there.
No.
Anthony has a fucking brawl going on potentially in his studio. Kevin's ready to wreck everything, and Anthony effortlessly throws out, oh my God, he's like a black woman at a Wawa.
If Victor's listening, I kind of want that as a sound drop.
Oh, Victor,
If
you could get us this.
No, it's oh my God. He's like a black woman in a Wawa. Kevin. No, you don't need to. Oh, no. Oh, don't hit him. Don't punch him. Don't punch Geno. Don't.
Oh, no.
Oh, Bob.
Bob just goes, no.
See, the thing is that Bob really likes Kevin, and he can't stand the thought of Kevin leaving too, because then he's gonna have to leave.
Bob's on his side.
Yes.
Punch him. I can't have assault.
Oh, shit.
On this, oh my God, the security camera.
Look at E-Rock just sitting there.
He's like, oh, should I help? Do you guys need anything?
I love E-Rock.
Security cameras are up. Oh,
whoa.
I'm so glad E-Rock's here to take care of this. Oh my God, wait a minute. He's coming through the door.
I don't have a problem with me breaking this, do you? No. That's Geno's fucking logic.
Breaking what?
I don't breaking the camera.
No, you can't break the camera.
Anthony's doing play-by-play, and he's like, break what? Break the camera. No, you can't break the camera.
How about his face?
I don't have a problem with it. Do you?
No, I would have a problem with
Hey,
it.
that's Geno's logic. You
It's
don't have
like-
a problem giving out my number, so I shouldn't.
Well, but we already been through. No numbers will
No,
be
he's
given out.
he's still gonna fucking do it because he's a faggot.
Ooh.
Look at him. He's a
Whoa.
fucking dick. Oh, I don't have a problem because you don't have a problem. I'll fucking kill you fucking faggot.
Oh no.
Dude, that's not a bit. I'll fucking kill you at someone.
This did not all come from just a phone number being given out.
No.
This is a
All
long
right.
time coming.
There he goes.
Fucking.
So then, now, the follow-up to that is Kevin Brennan slammed the door so hard when he left, it cut the power to the building.
Yep.
Or to the room.
Yep.
And Compound Media went down. Kevin Brennan was so angry, he slammed the door, and the whole thing shut down.
If you want to be deep about it, it's almost like saying if Kevin leaves, the whole thing's gone.
Yeah, right? So now you have Kevin Brennan shutting the whole thing down. They got it back up and running, and they got that show back on the air. Well, I mean, back on the on-demand. And I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be checking that out today.
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot of people.
That doesn't happen all the time.
Dale W. with $20 says, love Compound Media. I mean,
Dale.
if you're looking to give away Geno's spot, I mean, we'll apply.
I would... Look, it's in New York, so it's going to take some adjusting. But that would be very, very interesting to have you on there. Chrissy and I could do the show we were talking about.
Oh, there
then.
you go.
My
You
God.
and Chrissy could do a show
I
together.
can be on
Perfect.
Wet Spot with Chrissy Mayer.
And I could say the N-word with Anthony. It would be a dream come true.
Oh, my God. I can already see his boner.
Yeah. Parfect Nugan says it would be funny if we followed Geno around when he's homeless. Well, you ain't going to have to wait very long.
No. I really do believe, and I'll call it right now, I think Anthony's going to have his hands tied and he's got to fire Geno after this because he's destroying the workplace.
James Banks does not like our coverage, but I'm behind in the chat. I guarantee James Banks is a fan already. Jericho says it's strange to see the tough guy routine with a bunch of string beans and beer bellies. See that? I forgot to bring that out.
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious.
It is.
We're watching a bunch of 50 to 60-year-old men fight with each other, and that's what makes me laugh the hardest.
I'm finding new fandom for Bob Levy. I actually really want to pay a lot of attention to him now. I don't know what that is, but I like him in all this.
Which one? Bob? Bob did a great... Yeah, Bob handled himself with aplomb, as it were. Joey says, got a real Stuttering John drunk for breakfast vibe going. Got some new sock accounts there, turd man, says Joey. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, Geno gives off a lot of Zumach, Stuttering John vibes. Big time.
I do like that Anthony just sits there with his Budweiser just cracking jokes uncomfortably.
He just sits there with a beer going, he's like a black woman at a Wawa.